Okay, when you are ready, give me an introduction, a countdown, and let me know when you want to start. We'll get started.
Okie dokie. Hello, everyone. My name is Garlips, and the rumors about the size of my head have been greatly exaggerated in the chat. But hello, all you friendly people. We are going to be running today Wacky Races Mad Motors. I think it's pretty much one of the only runs that I have not done yet at an InstaSim event, because you keep having me, and I'll keep coming. So, hope you're ready for bad geometry, poorly made levels, poorly made physics, and maybe one or two pieces of music looped over and over again, along with a very loud accelerate sound. I am, of course, joined by my good friend and fellow associate on the internet, Mr. Matthew Internet. Please introduce yourself.
Hello. My name is Mr. Matt Internet, and I am yet again commentating on this wackiest of races with my good friend Garlips. And I can't believe these rumors about your head, sir. I mean, I've looked in chat and I can't believe it, sir. You've got a fine head.
Thank you. It's nice to hear that from you, as well as all of the other things that you said about my head in chat. We're going to move on and try to repair our friendship over the course of 12 levels here. So I'll turn the music up a little bit. I think probably there. And I will get ready, and then I will count in the timer. So we're going to be playing any percent, which is just completely adventure as quickly as possible. We're going to be using the Arkansas Chuggabug, because it's my vehicle of choice. Time will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, welcome to Wacky Races Mad Motors. This is a game published by Blast Publishing. You all know Blast Publishing, of course, if you're aware of any of the games that I speedrun, because I speedrun a lot of them. They're poorly made direct for the PlayStation 2, sort of towards the end of its life cycle, when the costs of development came way down, and suddenly everybody was buying up licenses and pumping out, like, the most rubbish game that they could develop in half an hour. And this is no exception. This is Wacky Races Mad Motors. There are two Wacky Races racing games for the PS2. This is the bad one. Mr. Matt, you of course run this game as well. You're currently number 3 in the world.
I am indeed, and yes, this game is absolutely awful, absolutely terrible, and I still can't believe I've got 3rd place in it somehow.
We both need to up our game, because between the last time I ran this at Marathon and now, I've been usurped. 1st place has been taken from me by Viper UK, so shout-outs to Viper.
Shout-outs to Viper.
Yeah, and he's now the world record holder, so I've got to kind of pull my finger out and get a new PB at some point.
You can do it. Now, Garlips, I'm going to ask a leading question. Do you see these coins on the course? What is the purpose of these obviously gold coins that are popping up on the course?
Well, Mr. Matt Internet, these white coins on the course that are definitely white coins, you can pick up 8 of them. In fact, you have to pick up 8 of them if you want to win a race. It doesn't matter if you come in first. If you don't have all 8 coins, you will lose the race. But once you have all 8 coins, you can come 1st, 2nd, or 3rd to win and progress in the story mode. So there are also 4 pink coins. You can see they're all purple. They provide stat upgrades. There we go. I've got all of the white coins now.
The gold ones, yes, yeah, the gold coins. Chat, but you can settle this for us if you feel like it. Just let us know, what do you think those coins in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen with the big W on, like Wonder Woman's logo, what colour do you think they are? Are they white or are they gold? Just try and end up settling this age-old debate for us, if you can.
It looks yellow to me.
Oh, you have to throw in a spanner, don't you, Sim?
A newcomer joins the fray.
So, these purple coins for upgrades, are they significant? Are the upgrades really that vital?
I would say yes. It makes the game a lot easier. Basically, you can apply them in any of 4 areas. I believe they're top speed, acceleration, traction, and another one.
Handling, I believe it is.
That's it. And you don't actually need... Oh, no, it's brakes. It's brakes, I think.
Oh, that's the one, yeah.
So, hang on. You'll see them real quick here as I apply them. Basically, that gave me 4 stat points that I could put into any stats that I wanted. We immediately put them into top speed, followed by acceleration. And then you can bother with the other ones if you want. I tend to, but you know, it's diminishing returns at that point. And you can see there's all kinds of crap all over the level, and also Penelope Pitstop's riding me right now. Not now, Penelope. I'm in front of a bunch of people.
So, as I understand it, the wackiness factor in this game comes into how your vehicle interacts with the other vehicles on the road. So, if you end up getting a little nudge or a knock, you can end up really going flying. Is that correct?
It is sadly extremely correct. Any kind of bonk or push from another car, or indeed the geometry of the level can do it. Can send you to the moon, can spin you around, you can do a Tony Hawk's 360 if you want, and before you know it, you're going the wrong way up the side of the map, and everything's gone wrong.
I can imagine you've lost some runs to that.
In fact, we've managed to get ourselves stuck in all kinds of places, haven't we, Mr. Matt? Like, one time we got stuck in a bridge. Now I never boost over the bridge because of that one incident.
Yep.
It's scary out there. You know, these races are wacky for a reason. I mean, they named them such.
They've really ended up naming them the wackiest of races here. It's just insane. I can't believe it.
So wacky, even the police want to...
Yeah. We just had a popo siren, I think, on one of our mics.
Yes, I apologise about that. I am very close to a window, so unfortunately the main road's traffic outside, you will sometimes hear those lovely sirens coming up.
Right, on the subject of, well, actually, this isn't really on the subject of sirens at all. I need to go get some food. So I am going to go sort of AFK for a bit, so I can go get some food. That's a very long donation message.
Oh.
Can I copy that, just like, and paste it into a Word thing so I can actually read it? Nope. Hang on. Oh! I could just click on it. Oh wow, Azure. I did not know that was a thing. Right. So here is the donation message, and you can try and guess who actually made this donation if you want. So I hear there's a race tomorrow between Mr. Matthew Internet and the Prince of Our Hearts, the people's champion, Garlips. Well, regardless of the outcome, anyone watching will have a whale of a time. However, with that said, Garlips will finish his place. Oh, he will finish his plate of lead first. Okay, so that's a £10
thank you
donation.
So much anonymous donation.
Yes, an anonymous donation, huh? And it also goes towards the. Well, actually, that run's already been the Sonic Forces any % no rental, or has it? No, that got cancelled earlier. But the Tales of Vesparian hasn't been yet, and that one's tomorrow. So that's the incentive for Barely There Black Bikini, which sounds very interesting.
I wanted to see it, yeah.
Which means that I think has £10 donated to it now, which means it's £40 away from being seen. So if you'd like to see the Barely There Black Bikini, or I don't know if you would actually see it if it's barely there, I guess, be sure to donate.
No worries, you go get some food, InstaSim.
Yes, I will. Right, see you guys in a minute.
Yeah, please do get your donations in if you can. It's raising money for a good cause, and you know, every little counts. Also, yes, as that mysterious donator alluded to, we are going to be racing tomorrow. Both me and Mr. Matt Internet are going to be playing Eat Lead: The Return of Matt Hazard, which is one of the greatest games of 2008, 2009, something like that.
2007 was the release date.
Earlier than I thought.
Oh, I believe it's 2000. Now you've got me second guessing, and I ended up originating that board.
Yes, before I stole the world record from Mr. Matt, it was Mr. Matt's alone. And you'll take it back, I know you will.
But one day, if I ever have time. One day.
One day
right.
more.
So, back to these wacky races. I've noticed there's these fire extinguishers as well on the course.
Yes.
What's the story with those?
So they provide fluid of some kind, well, rainbowy fluid that sits in our meter on the right-hand side. That's our boost meter. Usually 2 cans will fill it, and it'll get you through things like water much quicker. It won't slow you down. It's worth picking them up whenever you can.
Those sound very handy indeed.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing that I've noticed that's on this course. There seems to be some blue coins with this this dastardly looking fellow on them. What's that all about?
I think if nothing else, we can all agree that they're blue coins. And
Yeah.
yes, we don't want to be picking up blue coins. In fact, there's one, and we just narrowly avoided it. They have Dick Dastardly's face on them, so they are Dick coins. And we don't want Dick coins because if you collect 3 or 4 of them, I forget exactly what the number is, you unlock the ability to unlock racers. Because you only have 3 cars to start with, and you can unlock more by collecting those blue coins. However, in the speedrun, we don't actually want that to happen, because every time we go back to the main menu, we will have a message that we have to dismiss. And we don't want to dismiss it because it costs us a fraction of a second. And we're speedrunners. We want to go fast. So,
We do indeed.
yeah, so we avoid that if at all possible.
I would like to point out that the reason why the Arkansas Chugabug is selected is not only because it's got a wider geometry and a larger geometry, and it handles a lot better than the other vehicles that you end up starting off with. It's also the first one there, so you don't have to move your cursor to another racer. So it does end up saving time overall, just picking the Arkansas Chugabug every time.
There definitely is that. I mean, I just prefer it personally, for personal reasons, but I also like it when you hold L1 and do that, because he looks terrified.
His goofy face.
Yeah. In fact, we were joking the other day, but I'll follow through on these threats, as I've proven with my speedrunning career up to now. We were talking about the possibility of creating a category that is like reverse cam only, basically driving around the entire time doing this. That feels like it would be a nightmare.
It really does feel like a nightmare.
So
It would probably
have to do it.
It's a challenge run, mate. I don't see it as a viable speed run. I see it as a nonsense thing to do.
I'll do it as a challenge run first, and then once I've proven that it's doable, then a timer will sneak into the fray, and before you know it, we'll have it. I mean, people mocked me when I said that we were going to have maximum % eat lead, and now it's there.
It is there, and well done on actually getting that done as well. But still, there's a difference between, doable and should be done. There's a big difference between the two things.
Yes, unfortunately, I just don't listen to those social norms. I'm here to heck the system and disrupt things. By the way, we have a lot of people in chat who are fans of Ditcoin. I wouldn't invest in Ditcoin if I'm honest, because I hear it's going down. It did rise up very quickly, but now it's going down.
Well, I've heard that if you can end up getting some of those blue pills, it really does help it rise.
It probably will rise for a bit, but, eventually it will always go down again. So it's just something to consider. This does not constitute financial advice.
It really doesn't. I'd just like to point out as well, so we had some colour combinations that ended up popping up earlier. Magenta, cyan, and yellow.
Okay.
We also ended up having purple, sky blue, and noodle-coloured.
Noodle-coloured? Wow, you guys really are thinking outside the box. You know what?
Well, thinking inside of the pot noodle.
Well, I mean, who can blame you? Those tasty treats, if only they'd sponsor us.
If only.
I know. We're still...
So,
we should probably at some point mention that we have a show together, Mr. Matt, don't we? Called Low Res.
What? A show?
Yes, a show on YouTube that's free and that you can legally watch for free.
Free? Wait. A show that's on YouTube and it's free. I would have thought that I would have to have paid at least £100 to have that sent to me on Blu-ray, or over £1,000 to have it on VHS. Is it any good?
It's worth that much money, but thankfully you don't have to pay it because it is free.
Oh my goodness! And I guess you're just a guest on the show or something like that.
Oh, I'm a team captain.
No.
Yes. So Low Res is really your baby, Mr. Matt. I think you should mention... I forgot to add stats. Never mind. I think you should tell the nice people about Low Res.
Well, Low Res is a comedy panel show that ends up premiering on YouTube. We've got an episode hopefully coming out tomorrow night. We're up to 6 episodes, and it's a lot of fun. You can end up seeing a lot of fun streamers, speedrunners, and other content creators just... going over some video game trivia and some video game facts with a star, an asterisk at the end of the facts. But either way, it's a lot of fun, and I really recommend you check it out.
I also endorse this message. I think for anyone in the UK, if you've ever watched Nevermind the Buzzcocks, it is legally distinct Nevermind the Buzzcocks.
It is Wix with Games Master.
Exactly. And you know, it's been a labor of love, and it's growing episode by episode. We really recommend that you go and pick it up. It's a URL. I recommend that you go watch it. Sorry, my brain is focusing on not hitting that blue coin, which I managed to do.
You did. You do have the leeway of 3. It is 3 coins, by the way. I believe now that it is 3, because you end up having to do at least 1 course, collect both blue coins, and then complete another one, and that gives you another. And with the amount of courses in there. Now, just quickly bringing it back to that reverse camera that you ended up having.
Of course.
There's something else that's mirrored in this game, isn't there? The developers at Blast really did end up doing a fantastic job with this game. How many courses are there in this game?
So, there are 12 courses in the Any Percent, which is the full story mode. However, the eagle-eyed amongst you may have already noticed that we've actually had some duplicates. They only actually modelled 6 levels in this game, and the other 6 are mirrored versions of those tracks. So, really cost-cutting there.
But they ended up changing the things on the floor and some of the order of the pickups, didn't they, due to the mirror?
There are some minor changes to reflect the different flow of combat and things. Well, not combat, there are no weapons in this game, but, you know, like, there are puddles and ice need to move to create a tussle of a race, and it doesn't make sense if they're in the exact same place forwards and backwards. So yeah, but I mean, that's an afternoon at best, isn't it? Whoops. I'm not having a good time on this one.
No, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, because you're gonna rally, and you're gonna end up getting first place again. It's gonna be fine. Look,
Rally.
It's gonna be
See
fine.
what you did there, Mr. Matt. It's a racing game.
Also, speaking about what they did there, the Wacky Races license, I imagine that ends up giving a lot of great material for fantastic pickups and fantastic like gimmicks and things like that that are going to be in the game.
Every character would have a different kind of special weapon, and you know, all of that. No.
Oh,
this game is very low effort. I still like it because sometimes the physics can really like create for spectacles and drama, you know, things that you can enjoy while playing the game. But overall, it's not a very good game. Although I will say, I got the blue coin.
It's okay.
Shun. What was I saying? The developers of this also made another game called Flintstones Bedrock Racing for the PS2. And I attained that as well because it's a Blast game, and it's a reskin of this one. It's like literally the same, except the levels are even flatter and wider, and instead of boosts, it's eggs, dinosaur eggs, and that's literally it. It's a reskin, and that one, in comparison, felt kind of boring to play because there was none of this drama, this tussle on the course. It was all just flat, open, very boring. So, although this looks like an absolute trash game, I've put in the time playing a lot of trash games, and this one is surprisingly enjoyable.
It's the trash that's at the top. It's the stuff that's not really been dragged down yet. It's not covered in, you know, bin juice.
Exactly. The bin juices have not yet, you know, kind of like seeped into everything. You know, even if you dusted it off and blew it a couple times, it would probably be good. It'd probably be okay.
Well, you still wouldn't eat it.
Well, yeah, maybe. Well, I don't know.
Chap, how long has something got to be in the bin before you end up saying, no, I'm not going to eat that anymore?
Exactly. I mean, 7 days, week, month, something like that. There's another blue coin.
It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Just don't pick up another one until the final course.
Yes. I also missed, eagle-eyed amongst you will notice, I missed a purple coin on the first level as well, which has kind of made a bit of my stat upgrades a bit squiffy, but it doesn't really matter, because by the time you end up getting to, I think it's, course 6 or so, you've basically topped out the ones that you want to fully upgrade. Yeah, you've got your top speed, you're working on your acceleration. Ooh, that was a bit of a squiffy bounce as well. But yeah, but by that point, you're set for the rest of the game. The rest is just kind of gravy on top.
So, Garlips, you mentioned that this is by a fine publisher called Blast.
Yes.
Do you run any of their other games? I mean, I'm imagining there might be something to do with a tale or something like that.
I do run their other games, quite a few of them, sadly. So I run a game. It all began with a game called Casper Scareskill. So I'm a member of a stream team called the Clock Tower. Shout outs to the Clock Tower, fantastic bunch of people. And Tainted Tali, for our anniversary, did a stream where she had found a game in a charity shop, a thrift shop, where that she thought, oh, this will be funny to just randomly play, and it was Casper Scareskill. And over the course of that stream, a million memes were born, and she created the page, uploaded the first run, and said, oh, can members of the team play it? So before you know it, me, Schmumbler, Juho, quite a few, I think even Jace has a time on it now as well, we all got involved. And ever since then, I've been like dipping my toes into the Blast games, because the Blast games, I don't know, there's something about them. I can't look away. And so I decided I wanted a world record for myself, my first world record at the time. So I started running Thunderbirds, which is a Blast title. I've done that before at InstaSpeedathon. And then, yes, An American Tale is another one that I run, that I'll be running tomorrow night, actually, at a different marathon. So yeah, there are probably more, but I'm forgetting. Oh, Jumanji. Yeah, they made Jumanji as well.
They did indeed,
Yes,
and that's an amazing run whenever you do Jumanji.
It always seems to be surprisingly lit, yeah, because I think the thing is, there is a huge amount of randomness involved, but they've always been very hype, and I've always like got like PBs and stuff, so I'm kind of scared to play Jumanji, because I think talking about diminishing returns earlier, I feel like the bottom, like eventually it will get to the point where I've got like a super, what's the word? Like, very optimized run that I can't, like, I'll never touch again. And that's part of the joy of Jumanji, is every time I go back, I seem to get one. So eventually that will stop happening, so I'm kind of like, I don't want to play it.
Oh, so Jumanji is basically your Super Mario Brothers, where it's been optimized, you know, so perfectly. Like, there's not much that can be done now. That's incredible.
I would use the word optimized very loosely, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Like, the concept is sound. It's just some people would argue over the word optimized.
That you shouldn't listen to those people.
Well, no, I mean, they were the people who told me to invest in Bitcoin. I mean, what do they know?
Speaking of Dickcoin, you've just overtaken the Dick Dastardly there.
Yeah.
That's wonderful to see.
I think about halfway through, he starts showing up as a racer.
He does. Well, he can show up earlier, but it is RNG as to whether or not he's on the starting grid with you on the first couple of races.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, yeah, it's probably just me, like, anecdotally. I always notice him after the halfway point, but I guess maybe he does show up earlier.
Well, people are saying that Dickcoin is going to flop.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, it's apparently it's going to rise again as well. So that there's a lot of market fluctuations surrounding the Dickcoin at the moment.
It flops around a bit, then it rises, then it falls. You know, it's the cycle.
It's a very messy business.
It is. This does not constitute financial advice. What is good financial advice, though, is if you can consider a donation, if you have a spare $5 around or a spare $10, please do consider donating it, because it's for a worthwhile cause, it's for charity, and, you know, you'll put a smile on my face and everybody else's.
And you'll be able to end up putting in something for the incentives that we've got going on at the moment.
That's true. Yeah,
including
we want to see that bikini, apparently.
Yeah, the one that's got a bear on it, apparently. It's barely there. So apparently it's got a bear on it, so that'll be fun. I like bears. Do you like bears, Garlip?
I do. Or kumas, as we've called them on the low res, because that's what Japanese is for bear.
Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
All of this time. Monokuma. Oh my goodness, I've just got it. He's only got one channel of audio, and he's a bear.
Exactly.
Oh my.
Welcome in, Deki, by the way. Thank you all for being here, actually. Adrienne, Axton, and of course some Celtrinculo? I've never actually said that out loud before.
Celtic Trinculo, I do believe.
Well, perfect. Yes.
I've probably got that wrong, and they're probably not very happy with me right now. It's okay.
You could not have got it more wrong than I did, so don't worry about it. I'm stuck in the bridge.
I've been there before. I've been there before. Sorry, I'm just having flashbacks to when I ended up being trapped in that bridge, and then the army surplus.
It was amazing.
Yep. I actually put that to my Twitch stories as well the other day. Don't forget about Twitch stories as well. You can start doing the same thing that you can do on Instagram, Facebook, and all the others.
Oh,
Isn't that great?
I didn't realize they brought that in.
Yeah, no, legit. Like, I'm sorry if that's news to you, but yes, you can now do stories on Twitch. You can end up putting clips up there or little pictures and announce things. Like I sometimes put out, I'm going to be streaming later, messages and things like that on there. So, you know, it's a bit of fun, you know?
Yeah. I also just did a very wide turn there. That was interesting.
Yeah, you were kind of riding the side of that.
I was doing a Tony Hawk's wall ride. Do you know what I need to get on my sound alerts for my stream? I need to get that sound that plays when you do a trick in Tony Hawk's. You know, the one that goes, duh! I need that so I can just press it anytime I do some weird physics in this game, because it ends up looking like a Tony Hawk's game.
Yeah, hotkeys are something that's on your pad that you're not going to use in this game, which is most buttons, because there's not a lot to the controls of this game.
It's basically just X, your control stick, and R1 to boost.
Yep. It's so many buttons in this, so many.
Oh, I guess technically square or circle to reverse or brake, but I mean, you literally only use it when you get turned around.
And left buffer, sorry, L1 to end up looking behind you. Yeah, one of the most vital buttons in this game, you know?
I was going to try and take the corner. I was like, let's see if I can take the corner. It did not go well.
I came here because I heard Garlips' head was tiny, disappointed by his actual head size. But the run is fun, so I'll stay. Thank you, Axton.
Incredibly rude. I've only known Axton for like 10 plus years. How dare you?
Well, you've known me for what, like a 2 years?
years.
Shh.
Oh, is that secret? Okay.
No. Because you keep thinking that I've got preferential treatment for Adrian on the show. You know, that fantastic show, Low Res.
That's a fact, yeah. That's true.
I believe you, man. Can't believe you. We'll have to see, you know, tomorrow night if you end up getting the win on another episode of Low Res.
Yeah, it's all up in the air. What will happen? You've got to tune into Low Res to find out.
And we've also got to find out who's going to be the winner in tomorrow's exciting Eat Lead, the return of Matt Hazard race between yourself and me, the better.
Oh, is
the
it?
Much better.
Well, we'll see about that. Although if my derust is anything to go by yesterday, you've got nothing to worry about, my friends.
Mate, I have not had any time to practice or derust. You put me into the race and then said, I'll put you into a race, by the way. And it was like, oh, great.
I think I said, do you want a race? You already submitted it.
No, I hadn't.
You had? You were on the list of submissions. I saw it. Also, I've turned around, which is annoying.
Whoopsies.
I realised I submitted... I submitted Eat Lead for this marathon, and then I looked down the list and I saw that you had already submitted it, and I was like, oh, sugar, sorry about that, Mr. Matt. I didn't realise you were going for it. Do you want to race?
Oh, yeah, now I remember. Yeah. Sorry, Mate, I've got so much going on. I'm going.
That's fair.
It's good.
You've escaped from the editing dungeon for an hour now, and then you'll be back in there soon.
Yeah, I finished up about 3 o'clock this morning on some of the editing.
My goodness.
And then I was up at 9, and I was like, right, get back into it then. So, yeah, it's gonna be all worth it though.
It will be. Everyone loves Low Res.
It's something that you want to watch. On the topic of Garlips' head size, you too can decide his head size by making it known in the donation messages in instaspeedathon.instasim.wales/donate.
Okay. I mean, yes. Ultimately, if you want to say something about the size of my head, you can go ahead and do it. In fact, if you say it's tiny, that's probably for the best, actually, because I do have quite a large head. So, I'm actually it's kind of nice to hear people say that it's small.
See, you thought I was being mean to you. You immediately jumped to me being mean to you when I was actually being very supportive. If anything, I'm being a better friend than you right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to say to that other than I'm holding down R1 and trying not to bounce all over the place.
Right, so just back to Wacky Races quickly. There's not many differences between the races, correct? I think the only thing that's majorly different is the hitboxes. And some of the races I've discovered, the Basham brothers, the cavemen sort of creature things that, you know, somehow exist, they have a sort of infinite boost, but it's a very, very short one. You can just keep tapping it and they'll keep bonking the back of their vehicle.
So I have tried to play around with this since you noticed it as a kind of a mechanic. I've tried to play around with it a bit, and I've not really had much joy with it. I mean, ultimately, it does provide you with a very small boost for free, but you've got to be very good on the timing, and you've got to do it across a whole, like, 12 races. That in and of itself would probably be a little bit maddening. But, I mean, ultimately, the strategy is there if you want to come and take world first place, you know.
I still don't think it's viable, to be honest with you, mate, because you still have to scroll over to them on every race.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Wait, doesn't it stay at the one that you're at once you...
I don't believe so. It automatically flips back to the Arkansas Chuggabug. Like, I believe that's how it ends up operating. I've done it before, so I'll have to end up going with it.
Clearly,
if your head
needs to be done.
Someone's Discord coming through.
Oh, I'm also back, by the way.
Welcome back!
I was going to mention that, actually, because when I was watching the stream on my telly, I was hearing Discord notifications. I don't know who's it's going through. I'm going to assume it'll probably be Garlips.
Yeah, it's mine,
because,
probably, sorry.
Yeah, all the Discord audio goes through you.
That was
obviously
because I needed to read someone's name, and so I clicked streamer mode off. I'll fix it in a second.
Yeah. So obviously, if streamer mode's off, that's gonna happen. But anyway, don't worry about it.
My bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of messages going in the InstaSpeedathon Discord. Don't worry about it.
That's so Garlips. It's the future he can see. It's so Garlips. It's mysterious to me. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
No, you're a poet and I didn't even know it.
I'm a parodious poet, I believe. I have no idea what that is. I was trying to combine poet and parodious.
There's a game called Parodius. Sexy Parodius. Yeah.
Oh.
I've got a delicious brownie.
Ooh.
We both went for that there, didn't we? Beautiful, beautiful. We are the streaming equivalent of Pale and Pace, aren't we, sir?
We are. And I'm
not sponsored to say this, by the way, but if anyone wants the brownie I'm eating right now, they sell them in Morrison's, and they're really, really nice.
There you go.
Because these ones have cornflakes on the top of them and some what's it called again? Caramel, I think. Yeah, caramel, like some sort of caramels. It's delicious. Honestly, if anyone has a Morrison's nearby, buy these brownies. Any one of them will do, actually, because they have loads of different ones with different toppings on top of them. So, but they are really, really good.
And that was your brownie update with InstaSim.
Not sponsored.
Totally
not
sponsored. Not sponsored,
so
not sponsored.
I've kind of massively messed up here and left 2 white coins for the last race, the last lap, because I'm stupid.
It's going to be okay. Look, you're just adding some drama. Here we go. Look. Oh, that was some drama.
Oh, what a barrel roll. That was intense. Right, okay, we've got all the coins now. I mean, I'll try and come in first, but if I end up in second, that's fine, honestly.
Sometimes it's okay to come second, okay?
Yeah, exactly, I agree.
Right, so, don't give you Disney PTSD. Don't worry, it was indeed the Disney Channel that was the home of That's So Raven. Other people are needing brownies, so I think InstaSim has set off a brownie lust in the chat. But don't forget that you can also end up donating. So whilst you're buying your delicious brownies, you can also chuck in a cheeky donation.
Where do do I go for streamer mode? It only ever turns itself on. I've never had to do it myself.
Oh no.
I don't actually know because...
There it is. Turn on streamer.
He's found it.
Hey,
Don't worry.
Okay. Sorry about that, everybody.
No more Discord notifications for you, chat.
Well, I was going to say something. I can't remember what I was going to say.
It will come back to you shortly. Just retrace your
how good
thoughts.
the brownies are.
Brownie be like that sometimes.
So for anyone who's keeping count, I think we're on race 10 or 11. I've lost count.
I believe this is 11. From what I remember of the horrors of this game, I believe you're on 11 now. But we will find out shortly.
Yeah, that's exciting. I don't think I need the... Whoa, okay.
Decky says, round up that brownie purchase for a hashtag Monson sponsored InstaSpeedathon donation.
Exactly.
Wow.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to a sponsorship. We kind of need them. Well, yeah, we're trying to do InstaSpeed 2024, so we are looking for sponsors. If anyone knows of any sponsors that would like to sponsor an event, then please let them know. About InstaSpeedathon 2024, of course.
On low res, we've been courting Pucker Pies. We're trying to get a Pucker Pie sponsorship.
And don't forget as well the wonderful Professor Peppy.
Oh yes, of course, from Aldi. Magnificent.
From Aldi.
Oh, why did I miss that coin?
It's gonna be okay. Look, you've got 3 whole laps to do this, okay?
I know, but I hate having to get coins on the last lap.
It's gonna be alright. It's just you're adding drama, okay? Look, chat, are you not entertained? Do you not understand the entertainment that's happening here from this wonderful drama?
Yeah, see, the problem is, right, you need those coins to complete the race. So if you forget a coin, or you miss one, and you've got to get it on the last lap, if you buzz on past that thing, hey, guess what? No, you've got to turn around and get it, because otherwise you've got to restart the race. It's no good.
Yep. 2 whole minutes down the drain. And I've had that before on runs, and it's such a wonderful feeling.
Isn't it? Especially, yeah, because at this point now, the world record, first, second, I think even your third place has got, like, no failures, so you miss one race, you're pretty much, you're smoked, you've got to start again.
Yep,
Right, so
and
let's not miss this coin. Here we go. I made a mental note to remember it.
And that could be even on the final race, so you could end up having a really, really wonderful run, and then the last race just ends up destroying all of your progress and all of your hopes and dreams, and you just end up cursing Dick Dastardly and the army surplus machine. Stuff those guys.
We can go hell for leather now, pretty much.
Yeah,
Although
you can do
try
this.
to ease off over this bridge because, as you've seen previously in this run, if you get airborne, you tend to pull down, like the nose dips, and if that happens, you can actually land on the nose, and then you've got to wait to kind of like roll over and right yourself, and it takes ages. So, as much as I, endorse the Tony Hawksification of this game by like jumping off of ramps and stuff, you do need to be careful with that thing because it can easily end up the wrong way. Yeah, we're on the last race.
Fantastic. So not long left to end up getting your donations in now for the wonderful Garlips and the Wacky races that we've had here today. I'm glad to see that people have been rigidly entertained.
I am too, because that's what it's all about. We're here to have fun and to raise money for charity. And whoa! Oh my goodness, do you know what? I'm going to restart.
Really?
Yeah, because they're already all in front, and I was only 12 seconds in. By the time I've written myself, it might just I might just get back in front. I might not. There's no guarantees. And I would race 3 minutes as opposed to 12 seconds is the idea, anyway.
So what you're saying is that this game does not feature any sort of rubber banding for the AI.
Oh, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. There's so
but not
much
in your
of it.
favour.
Not in your favor. No, never in your favor. I mean, occasionally, you might have noticed just went past the tank. The tank was, like, stuck by a sign. That, like, happens, but it doesn't happen often. It's amusing. You drive on past going, ha, ha, ha. But, you can't guarantee on it as a strategy, really.
And,
Right. Here's a question. Why are you not picking up the blue coins?
So we covered this. The blue coins unlock characters. Basically, once you unlock a certain amount of blue coins, or collect a certain amount of blue coins, rather, you can unlock other characters, and you do this by racing against the tank. It's the tank every time, unfortunately. And you play as the car that you want to unlock. And so, if you don't want to unlock cars, you kind of have to say no to that. Excuse me. Right, I'm going to have to leave that one to the last lap, which is very scary, and I don't like it. Moving on. That message costs you sort of like a fraction of a second, maybe half a second each time to dismiss, and it'll happen every time you go back to the main menu for the race.
Makes sense.
Just wanted to point out that if he does actually pick up a blue coin on this race, it actually does not matter because this is the last race.
Yes.
So it's no time lost on this one.
Likewise, for the same reasons, if you're investing purple coin in upgrading your stats, you don't need to pick up the purple coins on this level. It's just more force of habit that I end up picking them up. Plus, they're kind of in your way, so, you know, sometimes it's easier to grab it than avoid it, if you know what I mean.
Here we go.
Right, must not forget this one gold coin.
His path is clear.
There we go.
Wonderful. So now this is basically going to be clean sailing from here on out.
I'm so glad you said that, because that increases the chances of something going very wrong.
You said the Q word.
Yeah.
Did what you say actually start with a Q? I don't actually know.
Clean. So I suppose depending on how you pronounce it, I suppose it could start with a Q.
It could
Time
do, yeah.
is coming up. It will be when we see the screen of Dick Dastardly and Muttley. So, time is coming up, and time. That's time.
Hey. GG's, fella.
Thank you very much. Let me know what the time was when you can.
Oh, you're going to like this.
Yeah?
Hang on a minute. Just dealing with a query. This is a very round figure. You know, most people have 20/20 vision. Well, Garlips, you appear to have 40/40 vision today.
Lovely. So that's not bad. It's not great for me because my PB is somewhere around 39 something, but within a minute of PB, I think pretty much. So I'll take it. And I think the estimate was 45. So
you had to complain, didn't you? You had to complain. That's a good time. I'm delighted with that time.
that was Wacky Races, everybody. I guess we'll do shouts and then we'll hand over to InstaSim. So, hello, my name is Garlips. If you've enjoyed the nonsense that's come out of my mouth for the last 45 minutes, thank you. You can find me on the internet under twitch.tv/Garlips. You can also find me at the Clock Tower, like I said, my stream team that I'm a part of. Also, Low Res, which Mr. Matt will probably cover as well in his shout-outs. I'd also like to give a brief shout-out to the Wheel of Struggle, which is a group that we also play games with every week. If you're interested in that, just reach out to me or Mr. Matt. Thank you so much for having me, InstaSim. And we will see you all tomorrow for Eat Led the Return of Matt Hazard, our race. Mr. Matt?
I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been in the chat. Your hype has been very much appreciated. And a massive thank you as well for Garlips letting me on to this. InstaSim as well for holding this event as per usual. I'd also like to end up saying, watch Low Res, of course, on YouTube. Just search for Low Res Show and it will be on there. So you can find me all over the internet at Mr. Matt Internet on Twitch and on Instagrams and all that sort of stuff. So you can hunt me down on those various things. But I'd just like to say thank you again, and I will see you all tomorrow.
Right, thanks guys for taking part again today. As per usual, it's been a pleasure to host you guys at InstaSpeedathon, and we'll see you again tomorrow, of course. We're now going to go on to our next run. Now, I'm an idiot. Guess why? Because I missed a run in the schedule on the actual thing. So the next run is not Elmo's Number Journey, as it says on the screen. It's actually Quackshot starring Donald Duck Any Percent by GUETW. So I am an idiot. I will fix that in about 5 minutes, so don't worry about that. So we'll be going over to that run in a moment. And then after that one is Elmo's Number Journey. And then after that one, we'll have Ratchet, Gladiator, and then Gungrave. So, don't forget, of course, we are doing this as a charity event for Everyone Can. If you'd like to donate, type !donate in the chat, which Damien has also posted the link in the chat as well, so be sure to get those donations in as well. If there are any issues with the donation system, please let me know, because it is a new system, and I expect problems, because it's my programming, which always has problems. So yeah, please do let me know if there are any problems. We have had a few problems throughout the day, and we have fixed a lot of those problems as well, so please let me know if there are any more that crop up. Hopefully, most things should be okay. Don't forget also, like, Twitch subscriptions and bits and ad watches and all that stuff as well count towards the donations to Everyone Can at the end of the event. So if you have the pleasure of watching an advert, or if you have any spare bits that you want to give over to us today, or if you'd like to subscribe, if you have a Prime sub that's not been used, or if you want to give us a subscription, then please feel free to do so. You also get some emoticons in the chat as well. Oh, thank you, Axton, with the bits there. Thank you very much. But of course, every little helps, and it goes to an amazing cause. So, we're going to go over now to our next run in just a moment. Do you guys have any last things you'd like to say? I know you've done your shout-outs already, but if there's anything else you want to say before we finish, then feel free to do so now.
Watch slow res.
Watch low res.
Watch low res, everybody. So we'll see you all. Well, we'll see Garlips and Mr. Matt Internet tomorrow, and we'll see you all again in shortly with our next run, Quackshot starring Donald Duck, Any Percent.